Walk away from toxic relationships. You don't have to talk to toxic family members. It is difficult to admit that you are in a relationship with a toxic person. It's even more difficult when you realize the source of the toxicity is a member of your family. You can choose not to stay in a relationship with someone who is bad for you, no matter how uncomfortable it is. When people suggest removing toxic family members from my life, I become anxious and self-conscious. How can you tell if someone is toxic? If someone in your family puts your carefully balanced life in jeopardy, it may be time to consider letting them go. Allow yourself to walk away if the answer is yes. You may have felt you had no choice as a child, so you learn to cope and tell yourself that things weren't as bad as they could have been. According to my therapist, this is a common coping mechanism because the brain wants to survive. You deserve happy interactions, and if this person can't respect boundaries or enjoys leaving you anxious, it's time to say goodbye. Do they completely disregard your wishes when you try to explain how you want to leave the past behind and build a healthy relationship? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it is highly likely that it is time to part ways. Swimming through the emotional seas of your mental health is impossible with a cement block tied to your ankle. However, anyone who has experienced a toxic relationship with a family member will tell you that it is never that simple. For instance, I recently received a message from a toxic family member. She complained that I was ignoring her, and she demanded to know why. I told her that I was more than willing to talk to her about any other topic that would not result in my emotional trauma. I even went so far as to tell her that the constant fights we have are bad for my mental health. I tried once more to explain why this type of behavior was a problem: complete disregard for my boundaries, emotions, and outright hostility. You've probably been trained to feel shame and guilt whenever the toxic person doesn't get their way and is forced to react in a certain way. Don't let them be the reason you drown. Cut the rope. Some people live in cages with bars made of their own doubts and fears. Some people live in cages with bars made from the fears and doubts of others, their parents, friends, brothers and sisters, and families. Others live in cages with bars built from the decisions made for them, the circumstances imposed by others. Here are some of the negative consequences of toxic relationships. Allowing these destructive relationships to continue can have far-reaching consequences for your physical and mental health. You've probably realized that this is causing you to feel depressed and anxious, but stress also has physical consequences. Toxic relationship can cause heart health problems. How to walk away from a toxic relationship. Have you been concerned about what other members of your family will think? You know the person is going to paint you in the worst possible light, and you're worried they'll take sides. That's fine. In fact, it's probably another sign that you should leave, because you're acting in a way that doesn't reflect who you are. At this point, you must summon every ounce of courage and resiliency that your past has bestowed upon you. You have already survived, and I know it is difficult to see it right now, but that is the most difficult part. I finally mustered the courage to say enough and walk away from the toxicity. Walk away and never look back. A toxic relationship is like standing on broken glass. If you stay, you will continue to hurt. Get professional help if you need it to say no to toxic family members. A therapist will also assist you in navigating the emotional quagmire that walking away might bring. I've already survived the unsurvivable. You will, too, if you walk away from toxic relationship. We post a new video every day. The channel is directed towards providing you a daily dose of content centered around how to make money, living a financially fulfilled life, learning how to optimize your relationships in life, and providing a boost in your morale through our motivational videos. If you liked this video, then you need to watch the next one. Kindly click on the image hovering on your screen to see the next related video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment. We always appreciate hearing from you.